everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Happy New Year's, everybody. In today's late season matchup, we have two teams who have victory on their minds. It's the Panthers going up against the Falcons.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone. For a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Here comes the D swarming to the line. Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. This is taken at the 15. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carry for Christian McCaffrey. And right away, he lost the football. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now, win the game.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's got room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Newton now to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there, and that'll bring up second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Newton. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Collins. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So the D-line's going to spread out. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
So we've got a 2nd and 5. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Here's Coleman on the toss. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. He's going to let it go deep for the... And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Cornelder, the rookie from Miami.
Oh, man, partner, this is something cornerbacks love to do, and that's outthink a quarterback. If you get a sense that they're going to throw a quick out route or a quick hitch, you can just lay back an extra yard or 2, but then really put your foot in the turf and drive on the football. And here I think he baited the quarterback into the throw and made it pay off.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second down now after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Out of the gun, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm going to raise my voice a little bit here because one thing we can already tell, even in the first year in the league with this new stadium, it's going to get loud in this place.
Yeah, the old place was loud, but I think we're getting a sense that this place is going to be louder.
Yeah, they're riding that momentum of that 2016 team that finished their year in the Super Bowl.
And getting our first update now from Nashville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On second down, Freeman. Freeman the first down and more. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They go play action here on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And now it's second down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Again on second and 10, it's Ryan. Hits his target, it's Taylor Gabriel. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Second down following the run. From the gun, it's Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And, man, Charles, talk about singing something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. Now it's Newton. That's Samuel, caught left side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Third down now following the run. From the gun, here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Newton. Complete to Stewart, right side. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. A busy final day for you coming up in the NFL. Final day of the year as well. 11 other games going on as we speak, and then coming up later this afternoon, 2 games each from the AFC West and NFC West, all kicking off at the same time. Raiders, Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos, Cardinals, Seahawks, Niners, Rams.
Loving it.
And then that's it for the 2017 regular season. It'll be Happy New Year time. Charles, you going to dust off Auld Lang Syne for us tonight?
Meet me at midnight, baby. You'll find out.
Hard pass.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
You got him. You got him. You got him.
They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the safety, Kurt Coleman. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? McCaffrey on the counter. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. McCaffrey with a first down and more. That good for 22 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach, because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. This is Stewart, and they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter in Nashville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
The Panthers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 4th down, Newton. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Off the bootleg. Newton. He'll buy some time. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Vic Beasley in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, Newton. Buying time to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. And Gano's kick is right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Andre Roberts now to return it. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. Taking it right down Broadway. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. The Falcons on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he will find his man on the outside. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it. Rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner. Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But
there goes Jonathan Stewart. He's at the 40, past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart, his 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. First down. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play. But if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Here's Coleman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. The Falcons on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, let's go. 58, 11.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. Second down.
But it was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Well, add that play to his resume, Real, because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
The Panthers on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun. Newton. And that is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On second down, Ryan. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
They have, by the way, gone to the third quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit, and the Packers have just scored, and they'll add on to their lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. On third down, Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Watch that in. Watch that in. That is right. That is right. Ready, ready. Got 4. Pull down. 20. Hey, check 52. Got it. Left. Check.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas. All day. Whoa. Let's get it.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3. From midfield now, here's Ryan. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And no move by Dan Quinn to get the offense off the field. They're staying out there, and they're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Mario Addison in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Man left, man left.
To throw again, Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Charles Johnson in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the shotgun, Ryan. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Elsewhere, second half action at Heinz Field. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is brought in at the 21. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. This is Stewart again. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Fresh set of downs here.
20.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. The Panthers on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is third down and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Let's go. Kill. 21. 51.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Ryan. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K1 short. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now third and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And now a first down following that long gain.
Let's go. Ready. Blue, ready. Alert. 3 down. Hey, it's ready. Hey, wait.
Play clock winding down. Coleman now. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Mario Addison in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now third and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now it's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll He'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. Now a signal and a timeout here on the defensive side of the ball. So they want to stop it with 1 second to go prior to the 2-minute warning. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Room here to run. Pushing his way through. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. The toss play. Stewart. And some room to maneuver. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
A 4th quarter score now from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. The Panthers on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together.